Hello, this is Daryl Lyles here for week 3 for our project presentation. This week we had to add our CSS. This has been a really tough week. The components took me a lot longer than I thought they would, and some of them didn't even come out the correct way. So I'm going to go over the components that did come out the correct way, and I will continue to make progress on the others. So by the end of week 4, hopefully I would have achieved a great library to use for my future projects. So for my first component, the header here, I had to use a different image, but I tried to achieve the same design and feel. Okay, was for the code. Here we have the HTML for it. Here's the body, H1 header, H1, the nav, the links. Here I did use for the background color for header. I could have used opacity to achieve the same effect, but I used the RGBA. The reason why I did this is because it was more, it's easier for me, and it made a little bit more sense to do that. Second component here would be my CTA. Here you have the eye catcher. The squash is like boxing with rackets. Had to use a different image here as well. I love the effect here. This is one that I will be using a lot. I see it a lot on a lot of websites. You have the HTML here, and the CSS. Here you have the section, H1. Here, the button classes. I did use a class here. I use a class for the button here because I was going to do more styling with it. So I could have used an ID, but when you use an ID, it's really for just a specific element on your page. But yes, I used the class because I was going to do more than one styling with it. Here is the about page. For the about page here was the section, the left, right. Here I did add IDs for the specific articles. I didn't use classes for the articles because there was there was 2 separate articles, and so the IDs were used for that specific article. If I wanted to add a style to both of the articles, I would have used a class. Here I did add a class for the pictures because I wanted to use the same elements, padding elements, and margin for both of the pictures. Okay. The next component was the blog here. You guys can see that. Okay, for the blog, I have my section, H2, tag, the article, the image. Here's a class. I added a class here to the paragraphs. Alright, is that the correct one? Sorry about that. I added the class to the paragraphs here, and the reason why I did that is because I needed to style these across like this. So in order to give me the ability to do that, I had to add the class, and it enabled me to allow them to display inline block and give the correct padding. Here's my contact component. Here you have the section, the H2 tag here, which is the postal addresses. Here I added IDs as opposed to classes because here I do have 3 separate articles here. And the reason why I added, once again, the IDs instead of the classes, because I needed to be able to control each article or style each article separately with a specific style. But here on the bottom here, I did add a class because I wanted them to have the same styling, and that's seen here with this class. And this component was the login form. I thought a login form would be simple, but it was kind of hard to make it look exactly like this picture here. The code for this is the HTML and the CSS here, the section, here's the H2. You have the inputs here. Here on the bottom here is a link tag. I could have used a ID or just ID to style the button, but I just used the actual selectors, the link tag inside the section. Because the reason I did this because it was more semantic, it was more clean, and it just really makes sense to do that. That is actual all the components that came out the right way. During week 4, I will be working on the footer here, my other registration. I will be working on my features, and I will be working on my header here. The problem was trying to get the icons to work the correct way. But I'm not pleased with this project, but it has motivated me to dig into CSS even more. So I thank you guys for watching, and have a great night, good day.